Part of the question, but okay. So there's a boat. Wait, Grayson, you're my philosophy class. You know about this. You learned this. Oh yeah. So there's a boat, sailing away. It loses its parts. It gets back to a harbor. Its parts are replaced. Is it the same boat as it was before, even though it's got new parts?
So if it has every part on it and it's being replaced,
Some parts were replaced. Yeah. It's the same boat as it was before.
no, because the parts are replaced. The parts are brand new. Yeah, because you can't be like it's the same boat, but it has different parts. That's not how that works.
It's a very interesting theory.
Very interesting.
So, like, the theory, like, the ship of Theseus is basically saying, like, if you replace the parts of something, is it still the same thing? And I love that theory because it ties into, like, this game I used to play. But the way I symbolize it is, if you have a washing machine, let's say like a Samsung, but like a component breaks, and you have to replace it, is it still the same Samsung fridge that you bought? I don't think so, because you're replacing the internal parts. You're changing how it operates, how it functions, right?
The whole point of it's supposed to be identity. So like,
It is, and I love it because
it's awesome. So like, if you break your, if there's amputate your arm and you like a fake arm, are you still the same person?
no, you're not, because it's not your arm. Even though you control it, it's not your arm. It's like a replica, which is crazy because that's what they call the bio robots in the game I play. They call them replicas, basically. And it's funny. I didn't think you was gonna ask that, so I'm like really into this now. I'm like really.
Grayson's here, and I was gonna ask this, and I was like using my pulse.
I'm like really interested in this now.
I mean, I can ask you a different question.
I'm down for it. I'm down to.
Okay, so I finished up my interviews with people. I did this during lunch. It's a really good time, especially when people are eating. Makes your thinking go better. So hopefully it pops up on the screen, but I'm going to put up a screenshot of a conversation I had with my friend Tony. And I really like what he said about this. A lot of people are very straightforward, and I agree with what you say about the boat of Theseus. Right? Is the ship the same ship it was before? No. But Tony brought up a really good out-of-box response. He said the concept of the ship is the same, but the vessel of it is not. So it's substance versus container. I literally quoted what he said. I pulled up on my laptop. That is such a really good response. I love it. The actual ship itself is completely different from what it was before, right? But the idea of it is the same. I love that. And it's the same thing with people and their identity as well, right? Yeah, everybody isn't the same person they were yesterday, right? But your idea of that person being who they are is the same. I really like that. I'm trying to think of another good example for that. But I feel like his response was just so on point. Like, that's such an out of the box response. I love it. Literally, best conversation. But yes, in conclusion, I've asked people. I've told them the story about a Theseus. They always say the boat was different than it was before. That's really in conclusion. Of course, this question wasn't really that big of a mind blower, but here's the thing, it's going to progressively get better and better. When I say better, I mean more complex until it gets into the controversial range. Controversial, we use that word so wrong. Controversial, when it comes to some things, it's not because it's wrong. It's because it's too hard for us to be civilized and talk about things. That's the thing. And because of that, problems will not be solved if we don't talk about things. And yes, that is the end.